Have you heard of the IBA, the International Boxing Association? You know, the former Olympic governing body currently at the centre of a global firestorm over gender eligibility tests? No. The International Bar Association, the world's leading organisation of international legal practitioners? No. In Australia, of course, I mean Indigenous Business Australia. Yet another way for the Australian government to treat its citizens differently based on ethnic background. On their website, you're of course met with a giant full-page splash screen acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and sea. What better way to welcome you to a taxpayer-funded website than by reminding you exactly where you sit in the new hierarchy? According to their website, the IBA provides services to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to own their home, start or grow a business, and invest in their future. What about non-Aboriginal people? And this is one of Australia's largest and most iconic insurance brands, NRMA Insurance. They've started putting billboards on highways telling you exactly where you stand. This is Kamilaroi Country, or this is Dharawal Country, or this is Wiradjuri Country. Basically, it's everyone's country except yours. I didn't realise NRMA had gone from motoring to social engineering. But there's a connection between NRMA and the aforementioned IBA. Thank you to the viewer who highlighted this. Can you guess what? Yes, there are financial incentives aplenty if you are of the right ethnic ancestry, via the so-called IBA discount offer. According to the IBA's own website from earlier this year, NRMA Small Business Insurance offers an up to 30% discount on the first year's base premium to IBA business customers. As long as you've got the approved DNA, a nice discount will come your way. I don't know why NRMA couldn't just offer this discount to all its small business customers, but apparently open racism has its advantages in modern-day Australia. For example, take Australia's second favourite taxpayer-funded broadcaster, SBS. They too have a giant splash screen telling you the new rules of engagement in modern racialised Australia. It feels like my computer has been taken over by some kind of acknowledgement of country virus. Anyway, after clicking the cross, you can see the article titled NRMA Insurance Leads the Way in Support of the Beyond 3% Initiative, where SBS is basically committing 3% of its broadcast media spend to First Nations media. Yes, SBS is committing your taxpayer money to a racially exclusive media quota. The point is, a massive insurance brand like NRMA seems to be getting free taxpayer-funded publicity, which I think answers our question as to why they'd be pushing all these Indigenous billboards. They get subsidised virtue signalling at your expense. In this article from last year, SBS predictably mentioned NRMA Insurance, noting, "Every dollar invested in NITV builds a strong national platform for First Nations voices, which allows us to drive real impact for community and for brands." So we may have voted against the Indigenous voice to Parliament, but our taxpayer dollars are still being spent on funding a de facto voice that the Australian public already rejected. You'd think a giant insurance company would promote, insurance, and perhaps a bit of corporate backpatting. Well, they certainly have the self-congratulations on their front page. Australia's most trusted insurance brand, 4 years in a row. But instead, they prioritise the romanticised world of Indigenous traditional knowledge. For example, this article from last year pretty much tells it all. Helping to Heal Country, Indigenous cultural specialist Victor Stephenson. They note that Mr. Stephenson has spent years advocating for a return to cultural burning practices led by local First Nations people. That is, burning down the forests in order to heal the landscape. But whatever you do, don't call it arson. He said, "When you see the land healing and you see those fires are so beautiful and you see the country and the animals benefiting from the land, from those fires, it's such a great feeling." It's a bold strategy for an insurance company, subsidising the lighting of fires while charging you a premium to protect you from them. Anyway, you get the idea. 30% insurance discounts, taxpayer-funded publicity, and a corporate-sponsored voice. It's all yours, provided you tick the correct ethnicity box. Indigenous Business Australia and their corporate partners at NRMA, just another way the Australian government is making sure some citizens are more equal than others.